Hello, this is the Silver Watchman, and welcome back to the Hopeless series. Now, this is episode 14, just so any of you know. The previous episode, I was going through burnout, and we briefly covered what burnout was. But I'm going to explain more in depth as to what burnout is. Think of burnout like, it's kind of like overloading your machines, or just overloading anything in general. Even your body is capable of being overloaded. Now, while some people have higher resistances to things like that, higher levels of regeneration, unfortunately, not everybody has those. And some people will burn out a lot faster than others. And some of the symptoms of burnout would be including, but not limited to, depression, a significant lack of motivation, heightened aggression, basically more pessimism over everything in general. Now, how do you avoid burnout? You avoid burnout by knowing what is and is not within your capacity of abilities. Now, how do you know your limits? Well, you don't know your limits until you push them. So, some people will get burnout after maybe like a week of extremely hard work. Other people, a month, or at least in my case, it takes an entire year of, improper sleep, incredible stress, and other things. But it can be overcome. Now, you can overcome it normally, which is, get proper sleep, all this other stuff. Or you could do it the fun way, by coming to God. And God will actually make it so that way your limitations are a lot greater than what they were before. By increasing your limitations, you can ensure that even if you do burn out, the backlash for burning out will not be as high as it normally would be. But, in some cases, you will still burn out. And look, don't feel bad if you ever experience burnout. It's perfectly normal. It happens to everybody. Some people more than others. Especially people that are, how do I put this? Workaholics. And look, God likes a hard worker, but there's a reason that he enacted the 1 day of rest. He gave us 6 days to work, and he says that we have to take at least 1 day to rest because he knows that we can burn out. We can just overwork ourselves to the point where we lose the drive to even do the things that we enjoy. Now, how often can burnout happen? It depends on the person. Not everybody is the same. Everyone is different. That's kind of the issue for trying to generalize it. Anybody can go through burnout. And in fact, I didn't even know what burnout was until God pointed it out to me. But all you gotta know is, even though things can get kind of difficult and and hard to deal with. Don't let it overwhelm you. Remember, God never gives you anything more than you can handle. But that doesn't mean that He won't let you take on more than you can handle. Because remember, God lets us make our own decisions, and if he gives us a situation that we have to deal with, and we choose to have it a little more difficult and to take on more than what we can handle, He will allow it. Just because of the simple fact of He's true to His word. He says He's going to let us make our own decisions. Does that mean that does that mean that He's always going to let us make bad decisions? He lets us choose. All these years He's allowed us to choose. Some people have chosen sin and hell over peace and God, over heaven and God. He lets us choose our path. But know this: no matter how crazy things get, God will always find a way to help you if you ask Him. He'll make it easier on you. Even in like the crazy situation where hope seems out of reach, where everything seems in a way hopeless, there's always a way to continue moving forward. Regardless of what you may think. And it's not as bad as you think coming to serve God. Because He'll watch out for you, and He'll also let you know when you're doing more than you can handle. Through like nudgings, or He'll just straight out tell you. I mean, there are also more benefits to serving God. Like, He finds ways to like bring peace over you, over something that over normally you would never have peace over, and yet you listen to Him and His guidance, and when you make that decision, it's a peaceful decision. It's easier. It's easier than you would think. Just sit back and just relax. To gain the peace of the Lord is something unique. because it allows you to, in a way, like things that would normally bother you just don't. Things that would normally just like mess you up and just make you like, ugh. They just don't, because you're just like, yeah, that kind of sucks, but somehow God will turn this around. And more often than not, He'll turn it around right before your very eyes. Well, it would appear that I've run out of time. So, thank you for watching. Glory be to God, and blessings be upon you. And I do apologize for some of the game crashes. I did edit them out. But that's the main reason why this episode is so short. Thank you. And thank you for following the series so far. I know it's been kind of crazy and all over the map, but thank you. Glory be to God. Blessings be upon you. And this is the Silver Watchman, signing out.